Hey, what's going on, subscribers? This is your boy ShinSyn. I'm coming at you once again with another personal video. Last time I did one of these was quite some time, so it's way overdue. And I just wanted to say, first thing before we even get into this whole thing, finally got 100 subscribers a little while back, and I just want to say thanks for, thanks for everything. Subscribing, liking, commenting, disliking. It's pretty much all this is letting me know what to post up, what not to post up. Guys giving me honest opinions, and all I want to do is try to bring you guys the best of the best. That's why I end up getting HD recording, because I wanted to give you guys a better video. And so with that being said, let's move on to the subject at hand. My rant today is Dustloop. I'm just gonna openly say a couple things. I'm not gonna throw out any names, but if this applies to you, then you know who you are. If it doesn't, then you don't need to take any offense. Well, anyway, let's just get started. The PSN Matchmaker Games thread got shut down due to the fact to overabundance of trolling, and now we have a new thread. It's pretty much more strict than what it needs to be. Say anything out of context or whatever, you get banned or temp banned or anything like that. It's upsetting because it's not the way that that forums are supposed to be ran. Granted, I'm not a moderator or staff on Dustloop. I've been to that forum for over 3 years. I've lurked during the Guilty Gear days, and I feel that I should just speak out. I honestly believe this whole matter should have been handled differently, much differently than what the result was. Honestly, the true fact is that if it had to come down to this, someone's not doing a proper job moderating the forum. That thread. If you feel that you have to shut it down and bring up another thread and have even tighter rules than what you had previously beforehand, then apparently no one's taking the proper steps to avoid this from happening. It should have never blew up the way it did. I honestly believe that, that person should have sat down and sent warnings or infractions or something toward directly to those people involved. And then, of course, there was an issue with moderators being involved in this whole issue as well. And the fact that moderators are trolling, and the fact that in your thread, and you feel that you have to shut it down because moderators are trolling along with the other people who are constantly trolling. Apparently, you're not doing something to stop or avoid this. You really didn't take the time out to talk to these guys and let them know, hey, could you stop it? Especially if they're moderators. You should be able to come to these guys in wherever, in a PM or a staff forum or anything like that, and tell them that, hey, I need you to stop this because it's starting to get out of hand. It shouldn't have come down to, oh, I'm nuking the entire thread and making these strict rules and just throwing out bans on individuals who don't follow these rules. It shouldn't have come to that. It's very disturbing that it has gone this far when it is absolutely unnecessary. Alright, next subject is certain individuals on Dustloop, not throwing out names, but they are part of the staff, that pretty much shows intent that they don't care about this forum. They don't care about the area they moderate. They don't care about the certain individual character that they mod. And their attitude pretty much drives away certain individuals who want to learn the game or who want to play this game. It keeps them away. And being demotivated about your character, especially if your character is is not in the bottom. Not the bottom, let's just say they're at least mid or high tier. And you're constantly complaining about certain issues because of, your limitations of that character. It definitely doesn't make people want to stay. It makes people leave. So how do you expect Dustloop to grow if you have certain individuals on your staff, that have this attitude? You can't, potentially grow as a forum that way. It's not going to happen. No way. I care about this forum way too much to go ahead and see it go down like this. And I feel that, I can't individually speak to certain moderators, or I can't talk to all the moderators at once, but this is my way of speaking out, because I'm pretty sure that most of them, if not all of them, are subscribed or watch my videos and see what I do. So this is me speaking out and letting them know this is how I feel about the matter and what I feel needs to be done. And I hope they're watching this. honestly, people controlling it, controlling forums that where they feel like it's gone out of control or allowed it to go out of control shouldn't happen. You shouldn't have those people there. They may be good people, but maybe they're not the people to go ahead and deal with crowd control. Like if they can't manage crowd control, why would you give them why would you give them responsibility of such an open thread or such an area in your forum? Like they don't have the abilities to do it, or they don't have the experience to do so. Why would you do that? All it does is make your site look bad. I've been hearing a lot of the few guys or whatever up top saying like, certain things on our site makes us look bad. I'm gonna be real with you. That's not, people on the site isn't what's making you look bad. It's you not managing the people correctly is what's making you look bad. The staff, the people who run Dustloop is what make Dustloop looks bad. They're the reason why the Dustloop isn't where it needs to be. No, take responsibility of you not doing what you need to do. Really, it's not that hard to manage a forum. Trust me, I've seen a lot of people do it, and heck, I could do it if I wanted to. It's not that hard. It's simple steps. And the thing is that no one's taking these simple steps to avoid it to get to such chaos. And when it gets to such chaos, they want to go ahead and have a whole big thing shut down. It shouldn't come to that. To go ahead and continue to say this to people, you can't do that. Like you also got to remember that you have a certain brand. You have a certain brand of people on your forum, and they may take offense to this if I say it or not. But pretty much 80% of the people that post on Dustloop are weeaboos. It's true. I hate to say it. No, it may be an offensive term, may not be an offensive term. Heck, I'm one. I'll admit that. But still, the fact of the matter is, that's who your ground base is, and so you have to go ahead and do things to go ahead and manage the people to be able to manage the people, so you can go ahead and make sure that nothing gets out of control. And silly enough, having NPG around back in the day was actually doing that. The fact that it was nuked and gotten rid of and never to happen again actually surprised me. Other fighting game forums have a general thread to where they can talk about this crap, and that way it doesn't spill over in the other forums. It gives them somewhere where they can talk about this and talk about that. You have you have one personnel or two in there to be able to manage and be like, hey, this is going a little too far, or hey, this is TMI. You have those guys there keeping an eye on the forum to make sure that these guys stay in line. It's a general forum. It's just just like any other fighting game forum that has one. They do these steps, and they go about these, and they have the right people in charge. People who can manage crowd control, people who have experience, people who's done this before, who's been around long enough, or who has garnered the respect of those who posted on the thread in the forums. I understand you put certain individuals there because they've been there quite some time, or they're really cool with you or whatever, and you believe they can do it, but it's better off to have someone there who is well respected of the people posting there, who's proven themselves up and down or whatever, even if you're not personal friends with them or not. Definitely have them in control. Give them a shot, because I'm pretty sure those are the individuals that's going to do a good job of managing that section of your forum a lot better than what any of these other guys could do, that any of your best friends could do. Because that's pretty much what I'm seeing around on Dustloop. I'm seeing a lot of favoritism. I see a lot of people who aren't really ready to take responsibility of certain jobs, and they hand it to them, and then they just look completely lost. Of course, this does not apply to those who actually become moderators and do a good job, obviously. Those who aren't moderating correctly, or those who just don't look like they appear to have a deer in the headlights look. Those are the people I'm talking about. Or those who just don't care. You should obviously take the time out to figure out who's right in this position, who's not doing this in this position, and put those people in the right areas, so that you can go ahead and make your forum look a lot better than make your forum look as good as it should be. Put your forum where it's at. The things that some of these guys are doing right now are just making the forum itself look bad. It's actually dwindling the personnel coming into the forum, and it's silly. It sucks. Anything that Dustloop is all about, I'm all about it. Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, Skullgirls, Persona, all these games. It doesn't matter. I've been here long enough, and I want to go ahead and get these games, these Air Dashers out there. And with the way things are going on this forum, it just might not happen if these guys continue to go ahead and do what they're doing right now. In the end, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that, like, I hope that, you know, these guys are watching. I hope they actually sat down and, like, listen to what I'm trying to say, because this is real talk. I'm not coming at you with no BS. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. And mad respect to those in charge that are actually doing their jobs. And those who aren't doing what they need to do need to step up their game or give their position to somebody else who's willing to do the job and can actually get it done properly. I'm out, y'all. There ain't nothing else I got to say about this. I'm out.